Hello my friends, Sylvia here, and I am back on the road in my truck, trailer, and trike. After spending a little more than a week in Portland, I had some things to take care of. I rode with my recumbent cycling buddies, and mostly I needed to get my mail. I am a resident of Washington, and Washington is a vote by mail state. So I needed to get my ballot, fill it out, return it. So yes, I have voted. And since I've been back on the road, I have been able to take advantage of a membership subscription service that I signed up for as an alternative to staying in RV parks. It's called Harvest Host, and it has a pretty interesting business model. There are 2 levels of membership. The lower level lets you stay in farms and wineries, and the next level up, which is what I signed up for, lets you stay in farms, wineries, and golf courses. I paid $80 for the year, and you don't have to pay anything else to stay in any of the farms, wineries, or golf courses. And there are thousands all over the country, even in Canada and Mexico. And so when I left Portland, I had sent a golf course an email asking if I could stay in Hood River, and they wrote me back. They said, yep, you're on the schedule. So I pulled in there. I was the only person that spent the night there, and I just stayed in their parking lot. And the only thing is they ask that you support the businesses. So you don't have to pay anything to stay at any of these farms, wineries, or golf courses, but they ask that you buy something. And so I don't play golf. So I went into the clubhouse and had a bite to eat. And then the next night, I went to an area close to Walla Walla, Washington. I stayed at a winery called Eisenhower Cellars. And this area of Washington around Walla Walla is really well known for big, bold red wines. So I did a tasting, and then I bought a bottle of Malbec, delicious wine. And the thing about this Harvest Host is it's only for RVs. It's not for tent camping. It's not for car camping. And one of the requirements is that you need to be self-contained. None of the businesses offer bathroom facilities, and so you need to be able to have that in your RV. What I really like about it is it gets me off the beaten track, away from RV parks, and I can see things that I wouldn't normally see, but I still feel safe spending the night. And so from there, I left Walla Walla, and I am now in Pendleton, Oregon, Eastern Oregon. I am at an RV park tonight, for a few nights actually, and it's really beautiful. I've got a great view out my window, and there's just been all kinds of birds. I was sitting here having lunch yesterday, and a hawk perched on a fence post just a few feet out my window. And later in the afternoon, closer to sunset, there was a big covey of quail scratching around in the grass. It's been really nice. It's also been very, very cold. We're in the middle of a cold snap. It's supposed to continue for just a few days, and then it's going to warm up, but it's far too cold for me to be cycling. And so after I've given this update, let you guys know what I'm doing and where I've been, I'm going to be doing a video on a piece of gear. I've been wanting to do this video for a very long time. It's going to feel great to get it checked off my list. But today I want to talk about my helmet. I think you're going to be surprised by how much can go into one helmet. So all right, let's get into it. Come on, Myrtle, let's go. All right, so I'm in my trailer, which is pretty small. I'm at the kitchen table, and I hope I have given myself enough room so that I can talk about my helmet and you guys can see what I'm talking about. You know, I haven't been on message boards online in a long time, but it used to be that if you wanted to get people riled up, there were 2 topics for sure that would get just a ton of responses. One was helmets. The other one was Tell people you're using WD-40 on your chain. Oh my gosh, people will just lose their shit. So I just wanted to start this off by saying I wear a helmet, and I have always worn a helmet, and it doesn't mean anything to me if you wear a helmet or you don't wear a helmet. Today I want to talk about how I use a helmet, why I have my helmet the way I have it, and it has a lot of extra features beyond just being a helmet. And so the first thing is, this helmet is, boy, maybe 2.5 years old. I bought it before I did my tour in Colombia. I bought it at a bike shop. I think it was $50. It's a Bell Draft helmet. I have had all kinds of helmets, all different price ranges. I think the helmet I had before this one was a Smith helmet, which is very expensive. It was well over $200. And it had some special safety features that sold me. It was not a comfortable helmet. And one of the features that it promised was it would not fade. And I tend to replace my helmets when the color fades, and it just doesn't seem like visually it's very helpful any longer. And that helmet faded much sooner than I would have expected it to, considering how much it cost. And so when I picked up this helmet, I thought, you know, I'm just not even going to go for price. I'm just going to go for comfort. And I tried on a bunch of helmets. This one was the least expensive helmet. It was $50 at a bike shop. And I actually think it has lasted a lot longer than many of my helmets have. And one of the distinguishing features of the newer helmets is they don't come with visors anymore. Even decorative visors, they used to come with just a little piece of plastic that snapped on both sides, and helmet manufacturers have kind of gotten away from it. Riding in the recumbent position, we have a lot more sun exposure, and so I think it's really important to have a bigger visor on your helmet. You probably noticed in most of my previous videos, I have been using a ball cap. It's actually a blue tater tot cap, and maybe you noticed it was also a little bit cockeyed to the right, and I had to do that because it would interfere with my helmet mirror. Recently, I was up in Squam riding on the Olympic Discovery Trail with friends, and my friend Leslie makes visors, and so she made me this visor. She makes them in all different colors. If you've ever been to Tater Tot, she has them. She gives them away, and she attaches them with zip ties. This visor does not interfere with my helmet mirror. She signed the inside, "Many happy miles, Leslie," and the date. And I think this is just a better solution than wearing a cap under my helmet. The next thing I want to show you is my helmet mount, my helmet mounted mirror. This is made by Efficient Velo Tools. It's a company in Portland. I got this at a bike shop. I'm sure you can get it online. There are a number of ways to use a mirror on your trike. A lot of people just have, I think the company is Cycle mirrors attached to the trikes. I used that mirror for many, many years, and other manufacturers' mirrors as well. But one thing I noticed about having mirrors attached to the trike is the image is pretty far away and it's pretty small. It's hard to see clearly. There's a lot of vibration on the trike, which gets transferred to the mirror. I think it's kind of hard to see, and so I ended up always having to turn and look, and I just never really had a lot of confidence in what I was seeing in the trike mounted mirrors. And so I have gone to a helmet mounted mirror. Of course, the biggest issue with this mirror is it requires you wear a helmet. The other types of mirrors are, there's a mirror called Take a Look, and it attaches to your glasses or your sunglasses. It's a very, very small mirror, and you can adjust it on the stem of your glasses, as well as kind of has like a flip up and down. But I find that that mirror is too small. I use contact lenses, and I have monovision contact lenses, which means one eye is for distance, the other one is for reading. And that mirror is just at a distance that it just doesn't work for my contact lenses. This mirror is farther away. It's a bigger mirror, and so I feel like I can just see everything a little bit clearer. I've used this mirror for many, many years, and for me, it's the best solution for using a mirror while I'm triking. The next thing I want to show you is I've got a blinky on the back of my helmet, and a lot of helmets will have a loop you can just stick your blinky just right in the loop. This one, I think it's cat eye. I bought it so long ago, I'm not sure. But it has a strap that just goes around the vent holes, and then the light just attaches to that. It has a USB port, so I don't have to deal with batteries. And it has, like, you know, lots of different modes for the type of light. But one thing that's nice is I can move it up and down. Because I'm so much lower to the ground than an upright bike, I like to have it pointed upward toward the car drivers. And as it's blinking and I'm riding, I'm going to be moving my head. And so what I really like about having the blinky on the back of the helmet is that it's moving side to side, up and down, as well as getting that flashing mode. And I think that that just gets a little bit more attention from the drivers. The other thing that I have is a helmet mount. This is for a GoPro. And you know, when GoPros first came out, action cameras first came out, everybody was putting their cameras on a helmet. Bike helmets, ski helmets, skating helmets, and it was a big marketing push to sell these cameras. Over the years, I've kind of gotten away from this. I prefer just having my camera on a selfie stick in my side seat mount bag. I can just reach in, turn it on, hold it, talk into the camera, turn it around to the front. The only time that I really want to have a helmet mount camera is if I'm going downhill. I'm going so fast that I need both hands on the brakes. But over time, I've gotten away from this more and more. It's a little bit of a pain. You have to attach the camera to your helmet. All of these cameras have phone apps, and you need to get your phone app to check the field of view, make sure that it's not pointed too far down, too far up. You know, it could be cockeyed left or right. And then, of course, you finish your shot, you have to take the camera off and go through the whole process. So this has become, I rarely use it, and I just find that I'm just not willing to put in the time and effort for this kind of shot, and so I'm probably just going to be removing this in the future. The last thing I want to show you is this piece of paper that I have taped on the inside of my helmet. It has my name, my date of birth, allergies, blood type, and 3 emergency contact information with the relationship, my relationship to those 3 emergency contacts. And this is in case I'm ever in a situation where emergency responders, I can't give them that information, and so I have it here inside my helmet. I have never needed my helmet for safety. I've never been hit by a car. I've never fallen off my trike. I've never had anything seriously happen where I actually needed my helmet for safety. I find that more and more the people that I ride with also ride helmets. It just makes them feel safer that everybody wears a helmet. I also enjoy doing charity rides and club rides, and those rides always require that you wear a helmet. And so over the years, whether I'm touring or I'm at home, it's just become part of my riding kit to wear a helmet. And as you can see, I've incorporated a lot of other things into my helmet to make it worthwhile. So yeah, so that's my helmet. I'd love to know what you think. If there's other ways, other things that you're using your helmet for, maybe you have something else attached to your helmet, let me know. You know how much I love hearing from everybody. Leave a comment in the comment section below. And in the next couple of weeks, I'll be doing a video on a ride. Some friends in Wenatchee, I rode with them for 3 days. They showed me all over. And then I did another ride in the Columbia River Gorge with some of my Portland buddies. So you can look forward to that. I hope everybody stays safe and healthy, that you're able to get out and ride your trike. And as always, thank you for watching.